guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel Archituber. I am Architect Vaibhavi and I make content related to architecture and interiors. If you are new here, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel below. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing about how you can crack the NATA exam with 150 plus score. Okay, so if you want to achieve 150 plus score, please stay till the very end, because I assure by the end of this video, you will have a clear plan as how you can achieve 150 plus marks in the examination. So without further ado, let us start with the video. So for now, let me tell you about the syllabus again. Let me give you a gist. For those who haven't watched the detailed video, I have a detailed video on the syllabus. You can go check it out. And to give you a gist, there are two patterns, okay? Part A and Part B. Some of you might have had your attempts, but for those who haven't had their attempts, there are two types, okay? Part A and Part B. So in Part A, you have three types of questions, okay? It will be your 2D composition, then logo designing and 3D composition, okay? So first two questions are of 25 marks each and the third question is your 30 marks, okay? Then talking about the Part B, you have two parts again, B1 and B2. Talking about B1, you have 30 questions which consist of 2 marks each, and then you have B2 type questions which have 15 questions which are of 4 marks each. In total, it has 120 marks in aptitude. Okay, so you have to score really good marks to get a good college. Now let me tell you the actual plan how you can achieve 150 plus marks. Okay, so now discussing with the aptitude part first. So for that, you might have observed or you might have noticed about the paper pattern of this year. So many mathematics and aptitude questions are there. Mathematics and quantitative questions are being asked for 4 marks. Okay, so you have to prepare for that. And for those who find the mathematics weak, what you can do is you can prepare proper notes for each of the topics. So there are so many topics like logarithm, you have trigonometry, probability, time and work, then you have area, percentage. Likewise, what you can do is you can actually first understand the basic topic and then make notes according to the topic. Okay, now if you are learning about trigonometry or area, so you have to first write the all formulas and then write type of questions that are being asked in the examination or the previous year. Okay, so that you will have a clear idea how questions can be asked and what are the question types. Okay, so whenever you are doing your revision, you will have the exact pattern of questions that are getting asked, and then again you will have the formulas with you to revise. Okay, so make this for all of the 8 or 9 topics that we have for mathematics and you are good to go. Now discussing about the general aptitude, you have history of architecture, then you have construction, climatology, then we have architectural awareness, then we have the famous architects, famous monuments, etc. So for that also I will suggest to make a list. Now if I have to say current affairs, I have video on that as well, please check it out. But what you can do for the revision is make a list of all the current affairs, and then every day if you find any of the architectural current affair that has been going on, you can write in your list. So whenever you are doing any revision, you will have exact list with you. And one more tip is that don't write it in a diary, just write it on a paper and stick to your wall where you study. Okay, so it will help you. So whenever you are passing by, you can just look through the revision that you have done or the notes you have made. Okay, now discussing about non-verbal and logical reasoning, I have so many videos related to the analytical reasoning. You can go give it a watch. Again, there are 13 to 14 topics on this non-verbal and logical reasoning. So again, I'll suggest make notes for each of the topic. And what you have to do is, example, we are discussing about the cubes and the unfolded cubes. There are 5 to 6 rules for the unfolded cubes. If you have seen the video, you might know. So what you can do is you can just write those formulas on the piece of paper, and then that day just try to solve only the questions which are related to cubes and unfolded cubes. Okay, so within a day you will have a clearer idea as how you can solve this particular question. Likewise, even if you do 2 topics a day, you will have 14 topics ready by 7 days. So make sure you are doing that, and every day I suggest make sure you are practicing 15 to 20 aptitude questions. Okay, whether it be from verbal reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, or general aptitude, it can be from anything. Just try mixing the questions and try solving 15 to 20 questions a day. Okay, now even for your famous architects and famous monuments, what you can do is you can make a list of the monuments, where it is and when it was constructed. Okay, and if you want to stick a picture, that will be too much to do in a day or just a week. You can just write the names, and then you will have the names, the famous architects and their works ready with you. It will be easier for you to revise it. Then again, one tip, I have so many question banks on my channel which are related to theory of design, color theory, then you have climatology, history of architecture. There are so many question banks which are readily available for you, so you can just take the notes out of it, so that it will be easier for you to prepare for the examination. Okay, so now discussing about part A, drawing. So many of you said this to me, that you are not good at drawings, or your drawing skills are not as good as required for the examination. So what you can do is, you can just simply search on the internet. So many small sketches you will get. Just try to practice each topic, for half an hour daily, like 2D composition, 3D composition. Even if you look at any drawing and try to make the same replica of it, it will be very easier for you for the examination, because by the time you have your attempt, you will have the proper practice for the 2D, 3D composition. Again, I have 2 detailed videos for part A, so if you haven't watched that, please go give it a watch. Even I have a revision video for part A. For part B, there are 2 parts coming really soon, so please stay tuned for that as well. Now let me give you 7 days practice plan for drawing. Okay, so what you can actually do is, now starting with the day 1, you have to prepare for 2D composition. Okay, and how will you do that? So make sure you are practicing 2D composition with basic shapes. Okay, take any 2 to 3 shapes, okay, and try to mix and match and make a composition out of it. Okay, try this for 2 days. Make different composition. You can go onto the internet, you can search for 2D compositions, okay, or whether you can check for the questions. We have questions also in the mock test. You can get the questions and you can practice that question as well. Now on the second day, what you have to do is make again 2D composition. Try the same composition with black and white and color, so that you will easily get where you have to blend more, where you have to fade the color. Okay, so likewise you have to practice 2 days for the 2D composition. Next 2 days, what you have to do is make logos. Okay, so many of you said that this year logo questions are there and they are frequently asked in the part A question. So do that 2 days straight, practice logo design. Then after 2 days, you can move on to the 3D. So on the first day of 3D, what you can do is try practicing human figures, trees, small objects like mugs, pots, then your bottles. So many objects you can draw. Okay, so try doing that with shading and light. Okay, now after these 2 days, come to 3D composition. For the first day of 3D composition, you have to practice just human figures, trees, then buildings, then your objects. It can be anything, like it can be trees, then your pots, then bottles, even any furniture drawing. It can be anything. You can draw basically anything. Just try to add depth with shades and shadow. Okay, then on the second day, same, you have to make composition out of 3D objects, or whether it can be a memory drawing. You can search for the questions on the internet, or you can search for the questions on the mock test that I have posted. Okay, and after that, within a 1 day, you have to practice 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective and 3-point perspective. So when you are practicing 1-point, 2-point, 3-point perspective, make sure you are getting a simple and advanced drawing, and you are practicing both of the drawings. So for example, if I am preparing for 1-point perspective, what I'll do is I'll search for the basic drawing on the internet versus the advanced 1-point perspective, and I'll try to make both of them. Okay, so I'll have the idea how I can draw 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. It was a plan for 7 days. Now, when you are finished with the 7 days, what you have to do on the next day is that you have to take 3 examination for yourself. Okay, it is a self-conducted examination where you will be able to learn about yourself, how much you have coped up with drawing. Okay, so what you have to do is get set of 3 questions and make 3 set of questions. Okay, and you have to set a timer on, and with that you have to practice the questions. Okay, and make sure you are completing your drawings within that particular 90 minutes. Okay, so you will be ready for your drawing part, and I have given you about the part B. I hope that is helpful for you. And yes, with that we have discussed about this topic. I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you do, you know the drill. Please like, comment, share, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel below. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, please take care and bye.